Hey guys, today I want to talk about the end of the world and the most unlikely ways it could happen. The number one reason people think the world's going to be ending in 2012 is because of the Mind-Long calendar, which started in about 3117 BC to about 3112 BC. And this calendar spans about 5,000 years. When this calendar ends is about 2012. You know, that's where it ends. They studied the skies, they made the calendar, they did a bunch of stuff that had to do with time. They were geniuses. But one thing they didn't do was create the end of the world. Another reason people are going to be thinking that the world's going to be ending. Apparently there's a planet X, and it's supposed to be crashing into the world this year. But the thing is, if you really saw something that was that close to be crashing into Earth this year, would you be able to see it in the sky? I'm really sure that if it's really going to be hitting Earth, you should be able to see it by now. I mean, we're pretty much halfway through the year, right? Now let me tell you this one secret I found. No one man knows when the world is going to end. Do you have any idea how many people have predicted the end of the world? In the year 2000, people thought that the computers were going to take over the world, that they were going to erase everything on their computers, everything would be clean. They thought the world was going to be ending in the year 2000. It's just that people have been making up the end of the world ever since the world's been around. It's just not real for much anyone anymore. I know some of you guys out there that play video games believe that the zombie apocalypse is going to occur. My brother right here is going to tell us how the apocalypse is going to happen.
Zombies. The end of the world. When in a zombie apocalyptic world, where everyone depends on each other, throws on them into crowds of zombies. And here's earth, eat, murder, blood, gore. That's how the world will end. After that, people will have to restart the human race that are left. But then the world will die on Judgment Day.
Okay, that's my brother's viewpoint of how the world will end. I don't believe it. I just don't think that it's really possible for that to happen. The main reason I usually say that it's not possible is that if someone comes back to life, I don't think it's possible. And for two, I just don't, like, if you got up and you were dead and you had bones, no flesh or muscle or anything, that you just flop over and die again. However, the world may be going into a bad direction. The world is already getting bigger. There's more people. There's less space to hold them all. Third world countries will get poorer. They'll get less food. They'll get less water to feed off. We won't have enough money to support them. It's just the rich will get richer. The poor will get poorer. We'll run out of room. We might have to eventually shift to the Chinese thing where you're only allowed one child per family if it gets to a certain point. What was it, 6 billion people a couple years ago? Now it's up to 9-10 billion. More people are popping out quicker now, and it's not going away. The enormous hole in the ozone layer is going to get bigger, so the world's going to get hotter, the ice caps are going to melt. Of course, in the future, machines will get more complicated and smaller. Cell phones will get smaller, they'll be able to carry more, they'll be able to do more. Things that we might not even think of right now we'll have in 50 years. There's been a lot of things that we've created that we never even thought were possible, and yet we adjust to it so quickly. We'll be using different types of energy like hydrogen and wind and tidal with rising tidal waves. But in the end, the world will just become a little speck in space that's been destroyed. In 100 million years, there will likely be a meteoroid about the size of the one that killed the dinosaurs. So eventually the Pacific Ocean will curve around and we'll have like a reverse Pangea in 250 million years. In 800 years, 800 million years, settle down, there will be no oxygen left on Earth. So all multicellular organisms will die. In 1.5 billion years, all life will die out on Earth. In 7.9 billion years, the sun will become a red giant, and it will engulf Earth, Mercury, and Venus. So all life will eventually die out. It won't be through a zombie apocalypse, it won't be through the 2012 phenomenon. The world will be harder to live in, there will be more people. Science might prove us wrong, and they might help us through all this madness. When science decides to destroy the Earth in a couple million years, billion years, that's when the world's gonna end, not in 6 months. I'm gonna see you guys later, and comment on what you think about the end of the world. Be sure to like it down there, and share it there, and subscribe up there. Bye-bye.